There's Anaheim PD. A lot of homeless here. I don't know what's going to happen today. Homeless down here. Homeless all over this area. Let's see what happens today. What the heck is this guy doing? Anaheim's homeless outreach team. They've arrested people that they've arrested people that have been filming the homeless. They've arrested Lou here. Well, I got arrested too, but yeah, there's a lot of people. They've taken a lot of property from the homeless in Anaheim. That's the homeless outreach team right there. Conklin and his crew. With Sergeant Lozo here, so.
Really? Where did you live with the homeless?
Here in Anaheim. I film the cops and go to City Hall and speak for them.
Oh, so you know Sergeant Frenchie?
In Anaheim?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I know Conklin.
He's a
and
French-Canadian guy.
I may have met him.
He's the sergeant that heads up that hot team thing or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I call him Sergeant Frenchie.
E-R-I-N-E.
Whatever his name
Lozo?
is. French-Canadian name.
Sergeant Lozo, probably.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I dealt with him a lot. Yeah.
About 4 years
Well,
on
no,
the trail,
he's actually not too
but
bad. He's
8
not too
years
bad of a guy,
I was,
you know. I mean, as long as he don't feel like you're, giving him shit or, blowing him off, then he'll work with you.
Okay.
Usually,
but
he arrested one activist that I was filming with me.
Really?
Yeah. He's not that nice all the time.
So I got this last 2 years, I got to walk a mile in everybody's shoes. So I got to lose my family, get charged, be thrown out homeless, be harassed, everything that these people went through that I didn't understand. I got to go through.
You might want to make another trip.
They came after my kid and did an excessive force thing. I tried to complain. I ended up getting charged with a bogus charge. My family doesn't speak to me. I have diabetes. My kids were trying to 5150 me because I had no blood sugar. I finally snuck an email out to the FBI and CIA, and they finally just left me alone because I told them, leave me alone or else I'm arrested. I stepped back and I was having a lot of problems with myself, so I just didn't say anything.
Do you mind if I take your picture with like the stuff in the, because all this stuff is going to be gone, right? Like
Yeah, my friend went to go get a storage unit so that we could put it in storage. Luckily, he had some money. This is not normal for us to be able to do it. Most of them have it hidden over there. Or they go bring it down to another area.
How long you been down here for?
Right on this spot, about 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I lived for almost 2 years underneath the 5.
Oh, wow.
What is called Moses' Tunnel.
Uh-huh.
I know everybody from Memory to Lincoln. Under every bridge.
Wow.
I go to Mary's Kitchen. I started out 8 years ago trying to fight for the homeless.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what it was like. It's really hard when you have to move everything and they just take it.
Where are you going to take your stuff?
My friend actually got some money, and I found some money yesterday, so I've been looking online to get a public storage for $1 and 24 administration, so $25 for the month.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever been able to do this.
Yeah.
Usually I don't, and I had a friend who came by last night, Justin, who helped me get everything off the ledge because my back is killing me. It's not very easy to climb down that ledge with stuff.
Yeah. So your friend Justin's going to help you move everything?
And yes, and my friend...
Because you don't have a car, right?
Well, him and Tattoo's the one who got the money, going to rent a U-Haul right now, for like $19.95 or whatever.
So Justin and Tattoo?
Yep. Tattoo's like my older brother. We had a homeless wedding, me and my ex-husband in Hart Park, because we used to cook there. And
are renting a U-Haul?
Yep. And just put him to reserve a storage unit. So at least for 1 month we'll be okay. But I just got all this stuff just recently.
So you guys just have to pay for all of that. Like how are they trying to, I mean, I know.
Well, Tattoo just got Social Security. I told you, I came up on $40 yesterday found, so that's why I was lucky. Usually we recycle, panhandle. I got to go to jail for that too.
Wow.
Oh yeah, a week in jail for camping was not very fun.
Oh, it's horrible. It's terrible, man.
To me, this is
so
not
we're
camping.
pooling our money to get your stuff out of here?
That's the city of Orange that did that?
Anaheim is doing
PD?
it right now
And do
because
you
of
know?
Disney. But
Do you know
Orange
how rich Disney is?
Oh yeah, you know how rich
And
Orange
you guys
is?
are spending your own money.
Did you see that thing they just built?
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what their budget is for?
Were you in jail for a week from Anaheim PD or Orange City?
Orange.
Oh, okay.
And I was for being in my friend Tattoo's tent,
Yeah.
and I got the camping ticket. That wasn't even where I stayed. I stayed underneath the bridge and the tunnel actually.
Wow.
And I got the ticket and spent 7 days in jail.
So when do
for
you
that.
have to get your stuff out of here by?
They said they will come in today. They don't give us the time. They just show up.
What?
Yeah,
First
they said
thing this
first
morning?
thing. They saw you guys and they've kind of like driven by
Right.
and they're waiting down there. Now they
They're
don't want to do
waiting,
anything.
right.
Because I caught him on film before,
Uh-huh.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't know I caught him on film.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now they're like,
Mm-hmm.
but they've been doing this for a while. People get, it's so hard when you get a camping ticket. Because then
Oh,
you have
it's
a
awful.
fine, then you go
Yeah.
to jail. And usually
Yeah.
when you're in jail, all your stuff gets taken. Then
Yeah.
you come out, you have nothing.
Yeah.
You got to get it all over again.
Yeah.
For living
terrible.
out here, but they give you no place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I've read in the past, was it Register? They got a lot of money to
Mhm.
build shelters, and I don't
Yeah.
know where it goes.
Yeah. We're still waiting for the one in Anaheim supposed to be built. I don't know when that's gonna ever happen, but
And they don't really need. I talked to Orange before I talked to Orange. I said you don't need to build a shelter because a lot of these people can't just go from this life back into society. Most of them are broken, the shell of what they used to be. So they need to like slowly get back in. If we just had dumpsters, porta potties, and water,
Mhm.
we would be able to do a lot better.
mm-hmm.
But well, we don't have the money for it. The city said. I said, why don't you have some of these churches give like 3 months tax write-off
Mm-hmm.
on the water service, because they get upset because of all the garbage and stuff. But we have nowhere to put it. We don't get to use the bathrooms because a lot of the businesses won't let us. They shut off the electricity. They yell at us if we get too much water out of there, a big jug. We have nowhere to shower except for Mary's kitchen, which has one shower,
Mm.
and you gotta.
So they don't like you getting water from the Arctic?
Not if it's like
Okay.
the 5-gallon container. I got yelled at and told not to come back again because I got.
Hey, Heidi.
Kept filling a small
Yeah.
one.
What?
And then pouring it
What?
in the 5-gallon.
Yeah.
And he told me not to come back again. That wasn't meant that. The security
guard?
guard.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I've been told not to go through the garbage, recycling, and like I said, I had low blood sugar. At times, I had to grab a soda or whatever was there for my. I was told quite a few times.
So the Arctic, is that like?
That's Anaheim's new
That's
super
Anaheim, so
train
it's
something.
public.
That has well.
So,
For
but,
some people.
right? But that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a public facility.
Oh, it's
right?
supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Uh-huh.
They took out all the plugs. They don't have them turned on, so nobody can charge their phones anymore. Same thing with the McDonald's up on State College. They put covers on all the plugs. They're supposed to have restaurants up on the top floor. They don't. They have a store there, but now they don't take pennies, so they kind of screw you out of your money.
Mm.
And all their stuff is so high priced.
Yeah.
A lot of us buy food there for food stamps, but it
Goes fast, huh?
Then
Yeah.
it just goes too fast.
Yeah,
Then
it
you have
just
to do
goes too
that.
fast. But
Yeah.
then there's not very many services. Solar shower would work really great.
Hey, Heidi.
Come to Honda Center, where we originally met.
Honda Center? Okay,
Center.
thank you.
Honda Center right now. Back to Honda Center right now.
All right,
Right
thanks.
now.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Honda Center is this way, right?
No.
Oh, it's this way. Okay, that's what I.
That way. It's that lot right there. Yeah.
Do you mind if I turn the camera on?
No, go right ahead. I don't know how I would carry all this stuff over there. They were
Yes,
gonna,
so they expect you to carry all this stuff miles and miles away by hand.
Yep.
And if I get you?
No.
The dude over there tried to take his tent poles. The guy couldn't fit them on his trailer. He said, "Could you watch these?" I said, "Yeah." And then he took them. I said, "Hey, we want those." "Oh, we're here to take the garbage," and then wanted to take them away.
Mm.
So the guy couldn't even put his tent back up. He only has a smaller trailer than me.
Wow.
Yeah. And a lot of these people are completely incapable of moving all this stuff.
Oh yeah, and they give us no time. They don't give us any means to help. They don't provide dumpsters. They don't provide toilets. They don't provide water. They could just donate some, tax write-offs to these services so that we could have them. They get upset because we have nowhere to throw our trash. But when we try to put them in the dumpsters around here, we get yelled at.
How do you feel about being displaced so that the marathon runners don't see the homeless?
Well, that's nice for them. I would like to go throw them out of their house for a day. So we can stay. Since they're going to be here, can we all go to their house? They're not going to be home. I don't see why not. I mean, nobody understands. They think that we're just lying, cheating, thieving. A lot of these people have major losses in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the way that the community treats us, why would we want to go back to a community that thinks we're nothing but second-class citizens?
And you'd like to have urinals out here. You'd like to have a roof over
Yeah, how do you get a job if you don't have an alarm clock? You don't have a shower. That's like saying we all have cars, but I don't have an alternator, but I'm still supposed to win the race.
And you can't even bring a car in here to move your stuff.
No.
Even if you had
can't.
one.
No.
You've got to carry it by hand down miles and miles away.
Put it somewhere, hide it, and to where? I mean, there's nowhere to really put it.
So Anaheim is telling you, PD, are telling you to move it to La Palma, another city.
Yes. They always do that. It seems
Wow.
they all want to push the homeless out of the area, even though
Yeah.
Anaheim and Orange both got money for the homeless, and I don't know what they did with it.
And La Palma might be doing the same thing too.
Oh yeah, nobody seems to want to help the homeless. They think that we will just disappear or something.
Yeah.
We don't need a lot.
Yeah.
We're trying to survive the best that we can.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even get to eat. It's feast or famine. You get all your stuff taken, and you have nothing. A lot of people lost their birth certificates, their pictures. I have nothing from my babies, growing up. He lost a good friends. He's a veteran. He lost a good friend's harmonica and other stuff that was personal. Can't get it back.
Yeah.
They took it as garbage.
Yeah.
I understand a lot of the people here are veterans. I've met a number of disabled people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have a hypoglycemia. They were trying to 5150 me, and then nobody understood that I had hypoglycemia at the time. I mean, there's no help.
There's a woman who's half blind under the other bridge being forced to move.
Oh yeah, there's also Denise down there. She had a stroke and her whole left side is paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair. How come they haven't got her into a place to live?
And she's supposed to move her stuff to La Palma.
I don't know what they're telling them down there, because I don't think the Disney goes all the way down there. This is the second year that they've done it here. And tomorrow, there'll be a ton of people here, and we all have to find somewhere else to go. We've been up half the night. We have to move all this, which will take half the day.
They're kicking them out down there too.
Are they? They just kicked out everybody else. It seems that they're trying to just push the homeless out of the way.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay out of your sight.
Well,
we're not in your backyard. We're trying to do what we can. Some of us, yes, aren't as clean as others. But here, we sweep. We can take our garbage out. We try to keep things, orderly.
Yeah.
But they just made us put all the stuff down there just so they could take pictures up there. That's why there's so much stuff down here. One of the guys had surgery on his leg a couple years ago, and he can barely climb back up there with all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Vegas. They did the same. Any tourist town, they do that. Whenever they have a big event, they push the homeless out of this area or that area.
Well, we're just not going to disappear.
I know it doesn't help anything.
I
Right?
mean, if you just provide some services, they want most of these people to just go into a shelter or this. These people can't jump from this extreme to the next. Yes, some of them have mental conditions. Some of them just aren't ready to cope yet. They're still broken.
And shelters won't take the dogs.
Oh no, and some of them, like the programs, they want to treat you like a child. Sit on a bench, put this toilet seat around your neck. These people don't need to be chastised or degraded anymore. They already have been.
So the shelters around here are like prisons for the...
There is hardly no shelters. There's only when the winter comes, there's the Fullerton Armory and the Santa Ana Armory, and you got to get there at like 4:30. You're with a whole bunch of people. You get kicked out at like, what, 5:30 in the morning? I mean, that's not shelter.
So then you have to be carrying all this stuff around if you go to a shelter. And you have no place to put it.
Yep.
They probably don't let you
I've
take
lost
a
so
lot
many
of
things
stuff.
over and over. I mean, there's nowhere to put it, and they could provide just little things, little bins, little storage bins to put stuff in.
Right.
They could provide an area where you could have, like, behind the Honda Center, you could have a fenced-in area where they have water, they have deliveries from donations, and people could try to get, services. We have no way of getting phone calls half the time because everywhere around shuts off the electricity.
Well, in Utah, they did housing first, and they reduced the homeless population by 90-something%, and it's cheaper to do that than push them all around and have them go in and out of ERs and jail them and all that.
It's cheaper for maybe
for the city.
Homeless, but what it is that they're making money off of us.
Yeah, oh yeah, that too. That could be.
That is it. They make money out of every camping ticket that they give us.
That's
every time
true,
they put us in there, every time they come by and sweep, they take some of the stuff and keep it.
Yeah.
A $2,500 Hewlett Packard Prolinian computer I got taken.
Yeah.
I mean, they pick.
Was it Anaheim PD or Orange that took it?
That time it was Orange.
Orange, yeah.
But Orange and Anaheim, like swap in between here.
Yeah.
Supposedly this is owned by the Army Corps of Engineers, who leases it to the county, who leases it to the city, who leases it, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Huh.
Which I believe is Indian property too, when some of the people here are Indians.
Yeah. Well, was the Native Americans first anyway, right, I guess?
Hey, that's what I have here, the Constitution. You know, these truths to be self-evident. We were here first.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't make us go away by just pushing us away, taking everything. A lot of people lose everything, then they got to go and get it all over again.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They want to take his poles, then he would have had to get a new tent. That costs money.
Yeah.
You know, taken away. I've lost my ID. My friend's lost his ID.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep ended up spending more money.
Mm-hmm.
When they moved people from Patilla Park, I understand they shredded the tombstones. I saw some of the
Yeah, that's the second or third time that they've taken that memorial. That is a memorial that a friend of mine does for all of the people who've died out here.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time the city came, I don't understand. I mean, many people have said how wonderful it was. They've stopped and asked, talked about it. They thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
They just came in and took it all. The poor guy was like broken. He was like almost devastated, and then he just redid it again, and they just came and took it all out again.
Mm.
I don't understand why. It's pretty. It's not anything. I mean, the name's not even really big. It was beautiful. The first time was beautiful. I don't know if you've seen it.
I saw one of them.
And then there were all those tents along the side that were kind of coming in on the other side of the mound, and a lot of those, I understand, were shredded.
Oh yeah, they took it and just demolished everybody's stuff. And that is where we try to hide. We hide behind the mound. We hide up here. We try to stay out of the public's eye. But they don't care. This guy says, oh, it's garbage, and they just take your stuff. And if you don't have time to grab it, well, that's how I lost a lot of mine last year from this.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
To handle the case management of it, and this lady came out and met me here at the subway, fill out paperwork and info, but she came down next time down here, and I asked her, well, what about my neighbors up here, my 3 friends? And she said, well, are they bad? She said, no. And I said, so, well, who's going to help them? You know, because if I go get a box with a door on it and running water, I'll still be down here because this is where my friends are. If my friends can't get out of here, why should I run off and leave them? Right. You know, so it's like I just let it go away. Okay. And but one of my friends is dead. The other one's back east. His family's in New Jersey to help his sister out. He probably won't come back. My other buddy was the one that was just hollering up there. And, you know, it's like, I'm going to go ahead and take the HUD dash now because they got 20 vouchers for Anaheim. So I'm going to take and go get my...
It's just the timing.
Well, it's just, you know, there's really no... My friends are pretty much 50% of them are gone to help. And there's me and one other guy. And he ain't never going to leave. You know, Lanny's been out here longer than I have. He's been up on that ledge longer than I have. I've been on that ledge almost 6 years.
Right.
So I've been out here 11 years. But... You know, I don't mind it so much out here that people leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I don't bother nobody. We keep the road clean. We put, you know, we make sure that, you know, there's no broken glass. These assholes come out of this place drunk from a hockey game and they drop bottles off the bridge or something. I hear that glass hit. I get up, get a broom and sweep that shit up because
and then
there's people that ride down here, probably deputies going to ride going to Theo to work in the middle of the night or whatever, late shift. Well, they come riding through here in the dark. They get that glass with those, you know, 100 PSI tires, blow a tire, they can die. Yeah. You know, so I get up and I clean that crap up. Yeah. So I try to be a good neighbor, but I just want them to leave me alone.
Right.
Well, Justice Brandeis said it back in the 20s, I think. You know, one of the basic human rights you have is the right to be left alone.
Oh yeah, well that's your Fourth Amendment right. You know, well, if you have you had the city of OC come, like the Public Works, and kind of a little bit harass you or try to get you out?
The old crew did. This guy that runs this crew now, that runs the crew for Orange County Public Works, Raymond. He's actually he's pretty fair guy. He's pretty decent, you know. Yeah, he has come in here a couple times. There's like my buddy T was had gone back east, and we didn't know when he's coming back. He had his guys help us move stuff down off the ledge because, you know, we're keeping an eye on there. If you go to jail or do a violation or something like that, then your stuff will still be here when you get done, okay? We don't just take, all right, he's gone for more than a week. Let's divvy up his stuff. You must be getting the death penalty for that camping ticket.
So, you know? How many more veterans are out here? do you think?
Let's see, Dave down there, the guy that came riding up on his bike. Dave Austin stays up here. There's a couple of guys over here that I don't really know too well, but I know that they're vets. There's a guy down 57, Aries. He used to be a squid cook.
Right.
And let's see, there's somebody else here. I'm trying to think, it's slipping my mind right now.
So
But there's a few of us,
Yeah.
and it's.
And what about I mean, how many people have passed away from that since you've been out here?
Oh, that's been easy. Before they took out, see that dirt patch over there on that hill? That big ass tree?
Memorial?
Yeah, the memorial
Oh
tree.
yeah, I got the video on that.
Yeah, well, they tore it out again.
When they
Which
were,
I don't know why they don't just give up, because Richie ain't gonna give up.
yeah.
You know,
So
Richie does all that himself.
this is not the first time they do that.
That's like the third or fourth time they tore his memorial. And you know what they're doing it? Because he's put loose rocks that are not there before. He's piled loose rocks in the dirt, just like that, right here. Only his are polished up. And he's put non-native plants like that over here in the park.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing constructed. There's nothing anchored to the ground. It's not poured concrete. It's it's rock and some plants. And he rakes it, and
Well, even the passers-by liked it. You know, they took pictures and stuff like that. So it's like it's a shame that they could do that.
He had a little plaque up there, and we just had everybody's name to it.
Yeah.
In fact, the anniversary of Fernando, it'd be 3 years since Fernando, we had his memorial. That's the first time that they came out. The sergeant came out 20 till 5 in the morning, whack, 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 down here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one time I drank, it's the night before over here at the picnic table, because Fernando's memorial. So I'm hungover, what the hell? And I go outside, and the sergeant, I told you guys, man, nobody told us shit. Okay, he told those guys down there, he didn't say nothing to us. Nobody came and told us nothing.
There they are over there. They're coming this way.
Oh, yeah.
And, so he wanted it all up to late about 4 or 5:30, and I'm like, dude, that ain't gonna happen.
Down here.
Yeah.
He had a backpack on his back. Just got up from the railroad track. You know it's been a hard life on the road. Just laid off, nowhere to go. He said, I don't have the American dream. No fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Lord. The police were looking down at the poor woman sleeping on the ground. They said, you can't be sleeping here, no trespassing. She shed a tear. She said, I don't have the American dream, no fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. And I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Lord. Poor ones finally died. Just caught up to Abraham's side. So glad to be free from the greedy of earth, who love their money.